Hi friends, my name is Milan Tolaria. In this video, I will explain you exercise 3.6, question number 2, internal question number 2 and 3. So let's start it with question number 2. So first of all, read this question. Two women and five men can together finish an embroidery work in 4 days, while three women and six men can finish it in 3 days. Find the time taken by one woman alone to finish the work and also that taken by one man alone. Again, two women and five men can together finish an embroidery work in 4 days, while three women and six men can finish it in 3 days. Find the time taken by one woman alone to finish the work and also that taken by one man alone. So here two things we have, that is time taken by women and time taken by men. Okay, so we can assume our two variable as per this question. That means here we need to find the time taken by one woman alone to finish the work. So we can assume time taken by one woman alone to finish the work is equals to x days. Okay, find the time taken by one woman alone to finish the work, so that we can assume time taken by one woman alone to finish the work is equals to x days. Same thing for men, because here it is written also that taken by one man alone. That means we can find the time taken by one man alone to finish the work is equals to y days. Okay, if only one woman do the work, she can finish it into x days, and if only one man is there, he can finish the work into y days. Okay, so here our x and y, time taken by one woman alone to finish the work is equals to x days, time taken by one man alone to finish the work is equals to y days. Okay, now time taken by one woman alone to finish the work is equals to x days. So in one day, the work of woman, okay, so in one day, work of woman means what fractions she complete in the one day. Okay, if one woman is there, then how many fractions she can complete in one day? Because after that, we need to find it for two women. Okay, so first of all, we need to find this. That means one woman's one day work. Okay, if one woman is there, total days she take is equals to x. So one woman's one day work is equals to 1 upon x, the part of the work. That means if one man can finish work in 4 days, right? Then in each day, day 1, day 2, day 3 and day 4. Okay, so 1 by 4 work complete. Okay, if one man complete a 1 by 4 work in one day, right? So in 4 days, 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 4, so it is 4 by 4 can finish a one work, right? Here 1 is our whole quantity, one work. Okay, if one man complete a work in 4 days, then each day how many work he complete? It is 1 by 4th, right? If each day he complete 1 by 4 work, then 4 days he can complete the work, right? One more example, if he complete the work in 3 days, so each day how many work he need to complete? 1 by 3, right? Each day 1 by 3, 1 by 3, 1 by 3, So 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 3. 3 by 3 is equals to 1. Okay. If he take 3 days to complete the work, so alternately he can complete the work in each day he need to complete the work 1 by 3 of the 1 by 3 part of the work. Okay, so here we have x days. If 3 days is there, so in one day 1 by 3. If 4 days is there, then one day 1 by 4. Here x days is there, right? Time taken by one woman alone to finish the work is equals to x days. So one woman's one day work, it is 1 by x, the part of the work. Okay, for 4 days it is 1 by 4. For 3 days it is 1 by 3. That means this number we need to take in denominator. So in x days, for x days, each day work is 1 by x. Okay, so one woman's one day work is equals to 1 by x, the part of the work. Okay, then same thing for the men. So one man's one day work, now total days is equals to 4, sorry, y. So here 1 by y. Okay, same thing. For 4 days it is 1 by 4. So for y days it is 1 by y. Okay, one man's one day work is equals to 1 by the part of the work. Okay, after that, here 2 women and 5 men can together finish an embroidery work in 4 days. Okay, 2 women, 5 men, total days 4. So first of all, find out 2 women's one day work. 2 women's one day work. This is one woman's one day work. It is 1 by x. So if 2 women is there, so multiply 2. So 2 by x. Okay. One woman's one day work is equals to 1 by x. So 2 women's one day work is equals to 2 by x. Right. Same thing. After that, 5 men's are given. So 5 men's one day work. Here 1 man's one day work is equals to 1 by y. So multiply by 5. If 5 men's are there, so 5 multiply 1 by y. It is 5 by y. Okay. Again, 2 men's one day work, 2 women's one day work. 1 by x multiply 2. Because 1 woman's one day work is equals to 1 by x. So multiply 2, 2 by x. Then 5 men's one day work. Now 1 man's one day work is equals to 1 by y. So multiply by 5. So 5 by y. Now if 2 women's and 5 men's are there, then together they take 4 days. Right? Together they take 4 days. Total days 4. So in one day, how many work they complete? 1 by 4. Right? If they take total 4 days, so in one day, how many part of work they can complete? It is 1 by 4. Right? Each day 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 4. Then they complete the work. So in each day 1 by 4. Right? So our first line is in question 2 women, 5 men, together days 4. Right now what we are doing here, all things we right now convert into one day only. Okay, all things we are converting here in 1 days. That means 2 women's, how many work 2 women's complete in one day, how many works 5 men complete in 1 day, and total work in 1 days. Okay, all things right now we are converting into one day. Okay, so our final equation is, now 2 women's one day work, it is 2 by x. Right, we already find here. 5 men's together work is 5 by y. That we also find here. And total work in 1 days, it is 1 by 4. Okay, that's why we converting all the things into the one day work. So our equation number 1 is 2 by x plus 5 by y is equals to 1 by 4. Work done by 2 women, work done by 5 men, and total work done in 1 day. Okay, so 2 by x plus 5 by y is equals to 1 by 4. Similarly, we can make our second equation, right? Here 3 women is there, right? So 3 women's 1 day work, it is 3 by x, right? For 1 woman, it is 1 by x. So for 3 women, it is 3 by x, right? 1 day work. Then 6 men, for 1 man, it is 1 by y. So for 6 men, it is 6 by y. Okay, and total days 3. So in 1 day, they complete 1 by 3 work. So similarly, we can make our second equation. For 3 women, it is 3 by x. For 6 men, it is 6 by y is equals to 3 days. So it is 1 by 3. Okay, this is our second equation. 3 by x plus 6 by y is equals to 1 by 3. Okay, so our two equations are ready, right? Now we need to solve these two equations. Okay, in first equation, here we have denominator x, and in second equation, here also we have denominator x. Okay, so we can again assume 1 by x is equals to p. Same thing for the y. Here we have denominator y. Here even we have denominator y. So we can take 1 by y is equals to q. Okay, so 1 by x is equals to p. 1 by y is equals to q. Okay, now first equation, 2 by x plus 5 by y is equals to 1 by 4. Now here nothing is there, so we can write 1, right? Now 2 as it is, 1 by x, it is p. Then 5 as it is, multiply 1 and 1 upon y, it is q, is equals to 1 by 4. Okay, 2p plus 5q is equals to 1 by 4. Here we can take LCM, right? So here denominator 4 is there. So here multiply by 4. Otherwise, we can also say that just transfer this 4 to the left hand side. It goes to the multiplication, right? If we transfer this 4 to the left hand side, it goes to the multiplication, and multiplication with the both the term, right? So here 4 multiplied 2p, 4 to the 8p plus 4 pi the 20q is equals to 1. This is our equation number 3. Okay, then 3 by x plus 6 by y is equals to 1 by 3. Here 3 as it is, multiply 1 and 1 by x, it is p. Okay, then 6 as it is, multiply 1, 1 by y, it is q, is equals to 1 by 3. Okay, here we can take LCM. So transfer this denominator 3 to the left hand side, it goes to the multiplication. So 3 multiply 3p plus 6q. 6q is equals to 1. Okay, here this 3 is multiplied with both this term. Now 3 into 3, it is 9p, right? Plus 6 3s are 18q is equals to 1. 3 3s are 9p plus 18q is equals to 1. Okay, now this is our equation number 4. Okay, so our equation number 3 and 4 are ready. This is our equation number 3. This is our equation number 4. Now which method we can use here? 8p 20q is equals to 1. 9p plus 18q is equals to 1. So right now we are going with elimination method. Now how elimination method we can use here? So we are going with a variable p, right? Here 8p and in fourth equation 9p. So multiply this 9 in this equation and multiply 8 in this equation. That means equation number 3 we need to multiply with 9 and equation number 4 we need to multiply with 8. Okay. So what happened? If we multiply 9 with 8 it is 72p and here 8 multiply this 9 again 72p. Okay. After that we can cut it. Okay. One more thing, here both have positive sign. Okay, but we want a different sign. So we need to do subtraction process because subtraction changes the sign. Okay, so just write down multiply equation number 3 by 9 and equation 4 by 8. Then subtract equation 3 from 4. Okay, otherwise 4 from 3. So just write down multiply equation number 3 with 3 by 9 and equation number 4 by 8. Then subtract equation 4 from 3. Okay, so first of all we just write down equation number 3 and we need to multiply it with the 9. So first of all 9 into 8p it is 72p. Then 20q into 9 it is 180q and 1 into 9 it is 9. Okay, then equation number 4 we need to multiply with 8. So 9 8s are 72p. Now 18 8s are 144q and right hand side 8 1s are 8. Here we are using subtraction process, so we need to change the sign. So here plus becomes minus. Now plus 72p minus 72p cancel. 180q here minus 144q. So 180 minus 144 it is 36q, right? And here 9 minus 8 it is 1, right? Now transfer this 36 to the right hand side, it goes to the division. So q is equals to 36. Okay, q is equals to 36. Now put the value of q is equals to 36 in either in equation number 3 otherwise in equation number 4. Okay, right now I am going with equation number 4. Okay, so put q is equals to 1 upon 36 in equation number 4. Our equation number 4 is 9p plus 18q is equals to 1. Now put here in place of q 1 upon 36. Okay, so first of all 9p. Now 18 2s are 36. Okay, so here 1 by 2 and transfer this 1 by 2 to the right hand side. In left hand side it is plus, so in right hand side it becomes minus, right? So 8 into the here already we have 1. Now transfer this 1 by 2 to the right hand side, it becomes minus. Okay, now 9p is equals to 1 minus 1 by 2. 2 ones are 2 minus 1 1 by 2, so LCM. Okay, if we take LCM then 2 ones are 2 minus 1 divided by 2, so 1 by 2. Now transfer this 9 to the right hand side. 9p is equals to 1 by 2. If we transfer 9 to the right hand side, it goes to the division. Here already 2 we have, so multiply by 9 in denominator. So 1 divided by 9 to the 18. So p is equals to 1 by 18. Okay, so our p and q are ready. P is equals to 1 by 18. Q is equals to 1 by 36. Now p means what? 1 upon x, right? Because initially we assumed that 1 upon x is equals to p. Now transfer this 1 to the right hand side and 18 to the left hand side. So 18 ones are 18, x ones are x. X is equals to 18. Now here q means 1 by y. Okay, 1 by y is equals to 1 by 36. 36 left hand side and y to the right hand side. So 36 ones are 36, y ones are y. So y is equals to 36. Okay, so our x is equals to 18, y is equals to 36. So at last we need to write this. Therefore, one woman complete work in x is equals to 18, so 18 days. Right? One man complete work in y is equals to 36, so here 36 days. Okay, so our final answer is one woman complete work in 18 days and one man complete work in 36 days. Okay, then question number 3. First of all, read this question. Ruhi travels 300 kilometer to her home partially by train and partially by bus. She takes 4 hours if she travels 60 kilometer by train and the remaining by bus. If she travels 100 kilometer by train and remaining by bus, she takes 10 minutes longer. Find the speed of the train and the bus separately. Okay. Now what we need to find here? Total two things we have: speed of train and speed of bus. So we can assume our two variable, right? Speed of bus. So first of all, train. Here it is a train is given, so train. Speed of train is equals to x kilometer per hour and speed of bus is equals to y kilometer per hour. Okay. Assume speed of train is equals to x kilometer per hour, speed of train is equals to x kilometer per hour and speed of bus is equals to y kilometer per hour. Okay, here total kilometers, that means total distance is 300 kilometer. Okay, total distance cover, it is 300 kilometer. Now in first case she takes 4 hours if she travels 60 kilometer by train. Okay, so 60 kilometer by train, then by bus remaining distance total 300, right? So by bus 300 minus 60, that means 240 kilometer. Okay, she travels 60 kilometer by train and remaining, that means 300 minus 60, 240 kilometer by bus. One more thing, here time is given, right? Total time is given. So here we just form our equation in terms of time. Now what is the formula of time? First of all, speed is equals to distance upon time. Now transfer this time to the left hand side and speed to the right hand side. So distance upon speed. Okay, time is equals to distance upon speed. So we are forming our equation in terms of time. Okay, time is equals to distance upon speed. Now first of all, for the train, distance, it is 60 kilometer by train divided by speed of train, it is x. Okay, we are forming our equation in terms of time. So time taken by train, it is distance upon speed. So distance 60 kilometer and speed that we assume x, plus now total time is given, so we need to add the time taken by the bus. Okay, now for bus, distance is equals to 240, right, divided by speed of bus, it is y. Okay, total time is equals to 4 hours. Okay, time taken by train plus time taken by bus is equals to 4 hours. Okay, so 60 by x plus 240 by y is equals to 4. Okay, this is our equation number 1. Okay, 60 by x plus 240 by y is equals to 4. Now for second equation, if she takes travel 100 kilometer by train, okay, by train 100 kilometer, and by bus remaining, that means at 300 minus 100, so 200 kilometer, right? So 200 kilometer by bus, she takes 10 minutes longer. That means initially 4 hours, now 4 hours and 10 minutes. Okay, 10 minutes longer, that means more than 10 minutes. So 4 hours plus this 10 minutes. So for second equation, again we are converting our terms into time. So first of all, train, this time distance traveled by train it is 100 kilometer and speed of train it is x, plus for the bus, now by bus 200 kilometer distance upon speed, okay, and speed of bus is equals to y. Now right hand side, total time we need to write. So first of all we need to count our total time. Now 4 hours, 4 hours means how many minutes? 4 into 60, right? 240 minute plus this 10 minute longer. So we need to add this 10 minute. So total minute 250, right? 4 hours, that means 4 multiply 60, 240 minutes plus 10 minute, 250 minute. Now how we can convert this minute into hours? So we need to divide by 60, right? 250 by 60. Now here we can cut 0 0. So 25 by 6, that we need to write here. Okay, because total time we need to write in hours because our speed is in kilometer per hour. So here we need to write time in hours. Okay, so first of all convert this 4 hours into minute. So 240 minute plus this 10 minute, 250 minute. Again we need to convert it into the hours. So that we divide by 60. So 250 by 60, 0 0 cut, 25 by 6. This is our equation number 4. Okay. So now we need to solve this equation. First of all, in both the equation divide by x. So again we can assume 1 by x is equals to p, right? Here we have divide by y. So 1 upon y is equals to q. Okay, 1 upon x is equals to p, 1 upon y is equals to q. So our equation number 1, it is a 60 by x, here 240 by y is equals to 4, right? First of all 60 as it is, multiply 1. So 1 by x it is p, plus 240 as it is, multiply y 1. So 1 by y it is q is equals to 4. Okay. Now here we can take 4 as a common from both this term because right hand side we have 4. That's why. Okay. So take 4 as a common. So 15p because 50 4 is 60, right? Because 15 4 is 60. So 4 is common. So in bracket 15p. Now here 60 4 is 240, right? 4 is already common. So here we need to write 60. Okay. 60 means 15 4 is so 4 cut. Here 60 4 is so again 4 cut, 15p. Here 60q is equals to 4. Now we can cut this 4. So 15p plus 60q is equals to 1. Okay, nothing is remaining. So 1 because we use a division process. That's why. If we use a addition subtraction process and nothing is remaining, then 0. If we use multiply division process, then nothing is remaining. So we need to write 1. Okay, so this is our equation number 3. 15p plus 60q is equals to 1. Okay, then here second equation 100 x 200 upon y is equals to 25 by 6. So here 100 multiply 1 and 1 by x, it is p. Okay, here 200 multiply 1 and 1 by y, it is q. And here 25 by 6. Okay, here are two things we can do. First of all, transfer this 6 to the left hand side, it goes to the multiply, right? And one more thing, we can take 25 common from these two terms. So write down 25 here. Okay, first of all, this 6 transfer to the left hand side. So 6 multiply, we take 25 as a common. So here 25 4 is 100. So 4p, because 25 already common. Here 25 8 is a q. So 25 already common. So here we need to write 8q is equals to 25. 25, 25 cut. Multiply 6 with this bracket. So 6 4 is 24p. 8 6 are 48q is equals to nothing is remaining. So 1. Okay. 24p plus 48q is equals to 1. Okay. So now we have our two equations. First of all, 15x plus 60y is equals to 1, and 24x plus 48y is equals to 1. Okay. Now again we can use elimination method and we can go for the variable y, right? 60y and 48y. Now 60 means 12 fives are, and 48 means 12 fours are. So we cannot transfer this 12. We do not need to transfer this 12 because it is already common in both this term. So multiply equation number 3 with 4 and multiply equation 4 with 5. Okay, 12 is common in both this term, so we only need to transfer 4 and 5. Okay, so we get the same answer because here 60 into 4 it is 240 and 48 into 5 it is also 240. Okay, so we need to write multiply equation 3 by 4 and multiply equation 4 by 5 and subtract equation 4 from 3. So we need to multiply this equation with 4. Okay, so 15 4s are, it is 60, right? Then 60 4s are 240 and 4 ones are 4. Now in equation number 4 we need to multiply with 5. Okay, so 24 5s are 120x, 48 5s are 240y and 5 ones are 5. And here both have plus sign, so we need to use subtraction process. So we need to change the sign. Okay, now plus minus minus, 120 minus 60, it is a 60x, big number sign, it is negative. Okay, then here 2 plus 240y minus 240y cancel. Here plus minus minus, 5 minus 4 it is 1, big number is 5 and sign is minus, so minus 1. One mistake I do here. Here it is not x and y but p and q, right? So here we have 60p. Here 15x is not there. 15p and 60q, 24p and 48q. Okay. So here we have 60 minus 60p is equals to minus 1. Okay. Now minus minus cut from both this side. Transfer this 60 to the right hand side. It goes to the denominator. So p is equals to 1 by 60. Okay. P is equals to 1 by 60. Now we can put this value either in equation number 1, otherwise in equation number 2. Okay, but equation number 3, otherwise 4. But I am going with equation number 3. Our equation number 3 is here 15x, sorry, 15p plus 60q is equals to 1. Okay, now put p is equals to 1 upon 60. Okay, p is equals to 1 upon 60. Now we need to take LCM, right? So here 15 ones are 15. Already we have denominator 60, so we do not need to write this. Now 60 multiply this 60, so 3600q, and 60 multiply by 1, it is 60. Okay, 15 plus 3600 cube is equals to 60. Now transfer this 15, and here we take LCM in both this side, so we do not need to write the denominator. Okay, now transfer this 15 to the right hand side, it becomes minus, so 60 minus 15, right? So 3600 q is equals to 60 minus 15, it is 45. Okay, so 3600 q is equals to 45. Now transfer this 3600 to the right hand side, it goes to the division, right? It goes to the division. Here 9 fives are, and here 5 sevens are, then 2 and 0, and 9 into 80. 9 8s are 72, 72, so 80. So q is equals to 1 by 80. Okay, p is equals to 1 by 60, and q is equals to 1 by 80. Now in place of p we can write 1 by x, and in place of q we can write 1 by y. Okay, now x cross multiplication, 60 ones are 60, x ones are x, so x is equals to 60. Same thing here, 80 ones are 80, y ones are y, so y is equals to 80. So x is equals to 60, y is equals to 80. So at last we need to write this: speed of train is equals to 60 km per hour, and speed of bus is equals to 80 km per hour. Okay, here our exercise 3.6 is complete. If you have any doubts, so just write down in comment section, and if you have any suggestion for me, then even write down in comment section. Thank you.